Hey, Paul, how are you, man?
Good, good. What's up, Michael? How are you?
Doing well. What's going on?
Nothing. Just catching up. This month on the new campaign has been quite a success. We've sold 10 roofs.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, with 125,000 in sales.
Wow. Well,
I'm a
that's a great
little
way to start
concerned
off
that
a
it's
call.
tallied off a little bit, but I think that just might have to do with the holidays and the kids in school and stuff.
You're saying like the last week or so?
Yeah,
Yeah, totally. So just for anyone that's watching this video, this is what is this like a few days after Easter weekend?
yeah.
And it's like after spring break is over for all the kids, everyone's back in school. Yeah. I've noticed with I'd say probably 65% of our accounts that there's a little bit of a slowdown around this time of year, and it happens every year. And so it's pretty normal.
But the campaign is a huge success. I mean, if you told me a month ago, hey, we're going to run this campaign, you're going to get 10 roofs out of it, I would be ecstatic. So I might as well be ecstatic. And
Yeah, you might as well enjoy it. Yeah. Tell me
and
what have how have you closed those 10 deals? Are there any sort of similarities between the 10 that you've closed that you've noticed?
um, the the asking about the gutters has
Mhm.
been a really good one. And we've been able to upsell on the gutters, and the free giveaway has led to us being able to upsell some of the gutters, which has been good. That's additional revenue. And I don't know, they just kind of like it. They we go out there and we tell them that yes, this was the price for this house, this is going to be the price for that house. They like the honesty and the
Mhm.
upfrontness, and they like us. And the ad itself gets a lot of traffic. There's over 100 comments on it and everything else. So it's working to funnel the people towards us.
And are you replying to any of those comments?
All of them.
All of them. What kind of comments are you getting?
A lot of them, and this is very helpful, are from previous customers saying, "Hey, Paul and his team are great. They did a great job on our house." There are other contractors who say, "Bullshit. I get rid of those
Uh-huh.
and
But
stuff."
so
But
you get rid of the other contractors who are messing with you. How do you do that? Do you just delete the comment?
I delete them, and if they come back, I ban them.
Okay. And then if you ban them, they can't comment again.
They can't comment again.
Does
And
that take a lot of time for you to do? Is that time consuming?
no, no, because you get it's linked to my social media, so I
Mhm.
just get a notification like if someone loves my fishing picture, someone comments on my roofing picture and stuff. And the other thing, and this is neat too, is that people are asking us, "Hey, will you come here?" Like this afternoon, I'm going to a house in Belleville, which is a little bit out of our regular zone, but there was baseball and golf ball size hail there. So will I come out there? Yeah, I will.
Yeah. And are you doing a lot of storm damage restoration?
Yes. I
Okay.
worked with Elizabeth to make sure that we had our best ad running in Sugar Land, Texas, where there
Mhm.
was a big hailstorm. She got right on it, and
Yeah.
we're getting leads in Sugar Land.
That's
And
great.
a majority of ours are booking.
That's great. Are they booking right on the online calendar or are you calling them to book
Yes.
them?
Yep.
Good.
And which
Okay.
is great because they have this need, they have a need that I need this roofing quote. I need someone out to look at the roof. And when they are able to make the appointment, okay, Shamrock Roofing is coming Thursday at 4 o'clock and stuff. That need is satisfied. If it's just open ended, it's not.
You bring up such a good point because I hear from contractors that I work with, but also young guys who I actually coach to help contractors like you do similar things that I do. And they'll say to me things like, I called within this is before we implemented the scheduling part of the funnel where people could schedule online all themselves without talking to you. But before that, it was the contractor just calling the lead back. And I would always say, call back immediately because there's a better chance you'll get them on the phone. But
Yep.
even if you call back immediately, if they send in a lead form and you get that information, as soon as they're done, they could very well be pulling up another phone number to another roofing company to send in a lead form or to call to see if they
Yeah,
can
because
just get
the
someone on the
need is
phone
not
right away.
satisfied.
Right.
Yeah, I
It,
recognized this
it's true.
many years ago. I worked at another company, and this is typical in our industry. Someone will call and they'll take down their information and they'll say, "Okay, we'll assign it to a salesman, and they'll call you, sometime later today or tomorrow, and everything else." And that was the end of it. Well, the person on the other side, the homeowner, is unsatisfied. I didn't call to get another phone call. I called to get someone to come out to my house. That's
Right.
why anyone who ever calls here, it gets an appointment. Okay, there's enough technology now that it's not that hard, to
Right.
keep a Google Calendar and satisfy that need, because you don't want them calling other roofing companies. You want them to stop calling and just see
Exactly.
you. Yeah.
Exactly. The people often get worried that when you implement an online booking calendar, even if you're syncing it with your Google Calendar, and even if you try to keep up with all of your scheduling outside of work so that it recognizes conflicts, that there's a chance someone might end up booking something that you actually can't honor because you're busy or your salesperson gets sick or something like that. But that doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, like you said, it's better for the homeowner to feel that the loop has been closed, and even if they receive a call later that day saying, hey, I know you booked for tomorrow at 4 p.m., we're actually not going to be able to get out there until
Yeah.
4:45. Would
As
that be
long as
okay
you
with you?
handle it, as long as you handle it in a professional manner. And the other thing is that Elizabeth and I have tweaked the schedule. We
Right.
started with this, and now we're on that. We're 10 to 6 during the week, and only 9 to 1 on Saturdays. But what I do on Saturday morning is I take my first one, I go to that one, then I go to the next one, and I go to the next one.
Yep.
So yeah, it's not a major hurdle as some people might think it is.
Yeah, I never thought about it that deeply before, but you nailed it when you said it gets them to stop calling other
Yeah.
contractors. And the goal is not to get a phone call. The goal is to get an appointment. And if they can just do that, they feel satisfied, they stop worrying, they're not as anxious. That's fantastic. Tell me more about the gutters, because I know we added this sort of additional tag onto your offer saying plus free gutters. What
Yep.
exactly, how does that work? How does it work for you that you're not actually losing money and in fact you're making more money because of that?
Well, we give away 30 feet of gutters and a downspout,
Mhm.
which is I spoke with my gutter subcontractor and stuff, and we've made a deal that if it is the minimum, right, that he will do that for less than $500.
Mhm.
And so I tweaked my prices up just a little so that it can cover, because when you have a 40 square roof, increasing it by only, a couple of dollars covers that. But the real thing is like, oh, I want more than that. I want the whole back and everything else.
Mhm.
So then so all right, so you got 200 feet of gutters and 6 downspouts, of which 30 is free. So I'll
Right.
only charge you 170. So this is someone who we weren't even selling gutters to anyways. So now, and the profit's pretty good on gutters. And the real reason why we're there anyways is to get the roof.
Mhm.
The profit is in the roof. If you
Right.
can give away this little thing, in the restaurant business, I think they call it a
Loss
loss
leader.
leader.
Yep.
Yeah, and why doesn't those things work in construction? Well, it turns out that they do. There's a reason why people do it.
What else do you want to share with me about what's going on with the leads and what are your plans moving forward? I mean, do you see things scaling? Are you happy with the
Yeah,
volume
I'm
right now?
actually talking to someone about that. If I were to scale, I would need to bring on someone to help me.
Hmm.
And I have a protege who went on to start his own business and everything else.
Hmm.
And I've talked to him about maybe coming back because if I was going to hire some more sales rep, I need some help with that and
Hmm.
maybe increase my ad spend.
Hmm.
But I want to see how the next couple of months go. And but right now, if everything stayed exactly the same, I'd be perfectly happy.
Cool. Well, you'll let me know what you want to accomplish. We can scale it out. We can increase the ad spend. We can also sort of pinpoint other territories that you're not currently targeting in order to get fresh leads from fresh areas, especially areas that a lot of advertisers kind of overlook because they're not like in that city center that everyone is fighting over. I call them the lost, the forgotten homeowners. They're the ones who maybe are in the outskirts and they're perfectly good potential clients, but they're just not in the area that people are all vying for. Um, so we can definitely increase the lead flow by increasing the ad spend and doing those kinds of things. And then I have some new ad variations to work into the mix when we're ready to freshen things up. I've got some additional angles that I'll talk to you about that are even more personalized. So we'll talk about that. And yeah, it's pretty exciting.
It is very
It's awesome.
happy with you and your team, and yeah, we're gonna. My intention is to do this all year long.